Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. Navy Rifle this weekend on the road at Army with Thomas Sarant. And just like we ask all the other athletes here at the Academy, when you look at the schedule and you see Army, does it get a little bit of extra enthusiasm and the juices flowing for this one coming up this week?
It does. It definitely does for sure. I mean, this entire week we're wearing our sweaters. We have people coming up to us in the hall saying, hey, good luck this weekend. But we have a job to do, and we can't let the distractions of the extra hype get in the way of us performing this weekend.
Obviously, you guys had a 2-month break, and this week you had to take on 3 ranked foes. Only West Virginia, arguably one of the nation's best coming out of the break, Akron and Ole Miss. You guys get 2 out of 3 victories in total team score. What allowed you all, in your mind, to come up with such an impressive performance after a 2-month break from competition?
So like I said, we all came back and we knew what we had to do, and we just had our eyes on the prize the entire time and got the job done. We came down to practice each day, and we knew the performance that we had to give, and we gave it our all the entire time, and it paid off.
You guys put up a tremendous team score against West Virginia, but it's one of those sports where you can do your best that day, and sometimes the other guy is just a little bit better. Is that the tough element of this sport to deal with, where you can actually do your best and sometimes there's just somebody on the other side who's a little bit better?
So it's tough in one sense that it's only an offensive game. We can't have defense to get us against the opponents. But at the same time, that allows us the opportunity to focus only on our offense there and only on our own performance, and we don't have to worry about what the other team does. We just step onto the range each day and we give it our best, and regardless of what team it is, we know that we need to give it our best, and we see the score for the outcome afterwards.
Obviously, you've been to West Point before. For a couple of the younger shooters on your team who may not have been to that range and been to that place, do you have to help them out a little bit here just to kind of give them an idea of, I know you try to focus everything on the target, but is it different when you're shooting somewhere else as opposed to shooting at home?
It's a little different in a couple of the different particular ranges, but I mean, the freshmen that we have, they're all well accustomed to traveling before for matches, and I have faith in them that they'll do perfect this weekend, and I don't need to worry about them. And the upper class are all there in case they need anything, but they know what they have to do, we know what we have to do, and we're all ready to go do it.
How did you escape Massapequa, New York without a lacrosse stick in your hand?
Yeah, that's the question that I get a lot, actually.
Do you?
I grew up playing baseball, and then I got into rifle because my high school actually had a range in the basement there. So I went down after school every day and I shot rifle, and then got in here as a result.
Did you, when you made the move to rifle at first, did you, when did you think rifle could actually be a vehicle to get, maybe not even to the Naval Academy, but maybe even into college? And obviously you're going to get a first-class education out of the deal as well.
Yeah, so when I first started rifle, I had no idea the opportunities that I had for me. I got into it as a little 8-year-old. I came back from Boy Scout camp, and I absolutely loved shooting guns at the Boy Scout camp, and I came home and I found out that it was available for me around here, and I just did it because it was fun, and it continues to be fun, so that's why I stay with it.
I go back a couple of weeks ago. I'm watching Aaron Rodgers on a press conference, and I'll never forget a conversation I had with your coach, Bill Kelly, last year. And it was something he talked about, how you all had decided to do a lot more in terms of breathing and breathing exercises and trying to incorporate that into your routine. Well, I'm watching Aaron Rodgers in this press conference. The first thing he says, the first thing he was talking about, they asked him, well, how were you able to do this? And he goes, well, I've been working on my breathing. And the first thing I thought of was your coach, Bill Kelly, saying that to me last year. But how important is that to get your body to, for lack of a better term, settle down as much as possible so you have the least amount of going on with your body when you're out there trying to shoot?
Yeah, so the hardest thing about rifle is to be perfectly still for the amount of time that it takes to take a shot. And anything that we can do to relax, whether it be with our heartbeat, whether it be with our mind, just to relax and get our focus on the one thing that we have to do, which is to stay still long enough to shoot, helps us. So breathing plays a big role into that. That lowers our heartbeat a lot, but it also gives us time to just refocus our mind and get us back into focusing just on the target downrange and visualizing the 10 that we take and then actually taking that shot and having it be a 10.
All right. Well, hopefully you all get a lot of 10s coming up this week. Best of luck against the Black Knights up at West Point.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thomas Sarant joining us here on the Navy Sports Magazine.